What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Baby here, host of Big Baby Sports, man. Welcome to another episode of Big Baby Sports, man. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Chargers versus Raiders recap. I attended that game, so I'm going to go in depth a little bit in a little bit. Also, we're going to talk about Chargers versus Chiefs week 2. Big time divisional matchup, man. Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. Let's get into the Chargers versus Raiders recap, man. Chargers win 24-19, man. We're 1-0 on the season, man. Shout out to the Chargers, man. Shout out to Justin Herbert, man. He threw the ball 26 times at 34, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. What I like from the team overall, man, we executed when we needed to. I like what we did from a defensive standpoint, offense too. I know Keenan Allen got hurt, but shout out to the Chargers, for once Keenan Allen went down, the other step up, like DeAndre Carter, he had 4 receptions, 66 yards, and a touchdown, you know. And Glenn Everett had 3 receptions, 54 yards and a touchdown. So everybody stepped up. When Keenan Allen went down, you know, the other receivers said, "Okay, I got this." And also too, Mike Williams only had 2 catches for 10 yards or touchdowns. So everybody stepped up. From the offensive standpoint, like I just liked how the offense was going. It was a back and forth game. I watched it live in person. So what I saw from the Chargers as a team, we were quick on offense. Like what we did defensively, and just the defense standpoint. I'll get into a little bit the offense standpoint. I know the running game didn't do as well. Josh Kelly only had 4 yards, 21. 4 carries for 21 yards. Sonny Michelle had 7 yards for 12 yards. Austin Eckler had 14 carries, 36 yards, 0 touchdowns. But the offense from the receivers is good. O line protected. The O line protected Justin Herbert really well. 0 sacks allowed, and that's what you need in this league, man. The Chargers did really good holding. Um, Chargers O line did a good job for not letting um, Max Crosby and Chandler Jones do that. They shut him down. Max Crosby dominated us in Week 18, and this game was a revenge game. And Chargers O line said no, 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 no. So I like what we did, you know. But as far as like the defense, man, shout out to Derwin James, man. Shout out to Derwin James. He had 6 tackles, 1.5 sacks. He set the seams, man. That safety blitz. I like what we did. He set the tempo and he was tackling really well. And here's the thing, Charger fans, listening on Big Baby Sports, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, click that notification bell in the corner. I like what the Chargers did defensively. We look more hungry. We look more savvy. We're quick on the ball. We had like 4 sacks in the game. We make their car do its thing. We made them scramble, throw picks. And shout out to Khalil Mack, the Mack attack. Yeah, the Mack attack is in LA. Let's get him, man. Shout out to Khalil Mack, man. He had 5 tackles, 1 assist tackle, and 3 sacks. He's dominating on the edge. You know, him and Joey Bosa were dominating on the edge. I liked what Khalil Mack did. When we need, like in the first half, he got his first sack, right? And I was like, okay, welcome to LA, Khalil Mack. I'm like, he looks more hungry. He looks more dominant. He looks more quicker. This defense looks more quicker, Charger fans. When you have defense like this, you can go big places. And shout out to this Khalil Mack. Shout out to gotta get credit where credit's due. Like I do on my Lakers channel, Big Baby Sports. I talk Lakers, but I give credit where credit's due. Shout out to the front office of the LA Charger, man. They are being aggressive when it comes to free agency. They gave up some picks for Khalil Mack, and I like what we did in the offseason. Got the defense. Shout out to Khalil Mack. Shout out to Asante Samuel Jr., man. He had 4 tackles, you know, 4 tackles, 1 interception. He was playing really good defense on Devontae Adams, even though Devontae Adams had a decent game, good game, good game. And Joey Boyce only had 2 tackles and 0 sacks. Cal Van Nort was good tackling too. Deflected some footballs down the stretch too. I just really like the defensive engagement that we have on this team, you know. And also shout out to Drew Tranquil, man, for giving me the tickets the other day. Appreciate you, Drew Tranquil, and the Drew Tranquil podcast for giving me the tickets, man. He had a good game. 3 tackles, 2 assist tackles, and 1 interception. I liked his defensive energy, his pressure. his grit, desire. But this game was a back and forth game. The Chargers went up 17-3 at half, and the Raiders started getting going. Derek Carr threw the ball 22 times out of 36. Excuse me, 22 times out of 37, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. You know, Josh Jacobs had 10 carries, 57 yards, 5.7 average, 0 touchdowns. Brandon Baldwin had 3 carries, 7 yards, 2.3 average. Devonta Adams, gotta give credit to Dookie, had a good game. 10 receptions, 141 yards, 14 average, 1 touchdown. Darren Waller, 4 receptions, 79 yards, 19.8 average, and 0 touchdowns. The Chargers defense locked down Hunter Renfro. You know, Malik Holmes only had 1 catch for 16 yards. So the Chargers really basically shut down the Raiders offense. I know Devontae Adams got up, but we shut down Hunter Renfro, Dylan Waller, Josh Jacobs. Our defense shut them down. And here's what happened. It was a back and forth game. The Chargers went up 17-3 at half. Raiders scored. Right? It was 17-10. Then Justin Herbert said, okay, let me start getting the ball rolling. Throw into Deion Carter, throw into Glenn Everett, you know, True McKinn, tight end. Mike Williams caught a pass down the stretch, and then Glenn Everett scored the touchdown. And it was okay, 24-10. Okay, let's go. and then the Raiders started back and forth. Okay, it's 24-19 with like 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Chargers were going. But here's the thing. The offense coordinator, Joe Lombardi, started being conservative. Run, punt. I'm like, no, you can't do that. Because Mike McCoy did that. And Anthony Lynn did that. You can't be doing that here with this football team. You can't be doing it. You got to be aggressive. And then Raiders got the ball back with about like 2 minutes left. Chargers defense stepped up big when it mattered the most. And then the Raiders punted back to us. We couldn't score. Punted back to them. And then the Raiders were driving, and just the Chargers defense, when it needed them the most, executed. Shout out to Khalil Mack. Shout out to Joey Bosa. Shout out to Asante Samuel. Shout out to Derwin James. Shout out to everybody on this defense, man. Shout out to Keith Murray, man. Michael Davis, Brian Kallman. He had a pick too down the stretch. Even though that they're, Austin Jones had a good game too, our pickup from the Giants. He was good on the tackle, the run defense for us. I liked what we did, I just really liked what Morgan Fox did on the defensive end. Joey Bosa, there was a play where it could have turned the momentum of the game. Derek Carr threw to Devontae Adams. Devontae was about to throw to Hunter Renfro. Joey Bosa wrapped him up, threw him to the ground. They saw that from right when this happened. I saw it too. I knew they were going to do a throw play because right when Derek Carr threw it to Devontae Adams, I saw Renfro run out. He was open too, but Joey Bosa said, nope, let's get it, man. I really like this defense for the Chargers. It was a good game, 24-19. We're 1-0. It was a good experience of the game, man. I really liked the environment, man. I got close to the seats, but I actually I vlogged the game for you guys, so it's on my channel right now. Big Baby Vlogs, Chargers versus Raiders recap, live at SoFi Stadium. So go watch that, and that's gonna do for the first part of the show. Chargers versus Raiders recap, man. We won 24-19. But now let's go to week 2. Chargers versus Chiefs. What I saw from Patrick Mahomes, everybody's talking about. Well, let me tell you this real quick before I get into this Chargers versus Chiefs preview. Everybody's talking about when Tyreek Hill got traded. Everybody on the sports outlets were like, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have offense. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have. What can he do without Tyreek Hill? Well, he threw the ball 12 out of 19 times. He threw the ball really well, and he dominated. He really dominated. He really, really dominated. They blew out the Cardinals 44-21. On the corrections of the stats. Excuse me. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball 30 out of 39 times, 5 touchdowns. Isaac Picho, 12 catches for 62 yards, 1 touchdown. Travis Kelce, 8 reception yards, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Clay Anderson, running back, had the ball 3 times, 27 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So that's letting me know Patrick Mahomes' offense is good. Everybody talking about no, he doesn't. He got the ball out really well. He's throwing the ball really well to his receivers, and I feel like the Chargers defense got to get to Patrick Mahomes. They got Clemac, we got Clemac, Derwin James. I like the defensive repetition for the Chargers, and it's a big time game Thursday night, man. I'm excited, but it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. We actually split the season series. Let me see. It's all good. The Chargers and Chiefs have been splitting back and forth. Out of the last 4 meetings, Chiefs won 34-20 in overtime. Week 3, Chargers win 30-24. Week 17, 36-21, and then week 2, 23-20 in overtime. But we're back and forth. You know how usually Chiefs be dominating teams. Our Charger team has a competitive matchup versus the Chiefs. We know how to beat this team. And I still believe in this team, this Chargers, man. I really liked how the Chargers are playing week 1. And I feel like this is a big time game. We need Chargers need to go up 2-0 in the division lead, man, because it's a big time game. It's a big time game, and I feel like the Chargers are going to do well. And I feel like the keys to the game against Kansas City Chiefs, forced turnovers. I'm going to tell you this right now. If Patrick Mahomes goes 30 39, 360 yards, and 5 touchdowns and 0 picks, we're going to get blown out. Just keeping it real. But if we limit him, forced turnovers, get the ball back when you need to, and the offense, charge our offense excuse down the stretch. DeAndre Carter, Mike Williams needs to step up big. Austin Eckler needs to step up. Sean Michelle. The others that didn't step up in week 1 got to step up in week 2. You know what I mean? So I really like our matchup with the Chargers. With the Chiefs. I really like it, and they got some good, talented defensive players over there. They really do. They got Mike Danny, linebacker. He's very talented. They got Justin Reed, very talented. William Gay Jr. They got talented players over there, man. Their defense is still talented. The defense is still talented. Don't underestimate that defense. And I really like the defense. And we got breaking news. One of the rookies, Chiefs rookie Trent McDuff, is highly unlikely to play on Thursday night versus Chargers. Has the same hamstring injury as Keenan Allen. So Keenan Allen's not playing week 2, and rookie for the Kansas City Chiefs is not playing. Trent McDuff is out. So he's a big. He came out of college with a first round pick. So they're gonna be missing their rookie defensive player. We're gonna be missing our offensive player, Keenan Allen. So it is what it is. We gotta go out there and play. And I feel like the Chargers have the pieces and the tools and the offense and the preparation. I know it's week. We beat the Raiders. Okay, we move on. Now this is a big important game, week 2 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Because this game right here, here's the thing. You have an opportunity to go 2-0 in division, Chargers. You beat the Raiders and Chiefs. You be up in the division. The Broncos lost last night. The Broncos lost. So if the Chargers beat the Chiefs Thursday night, we go up 2-0 on the. I want to be 2-0. We got to set the example because Brad Staley said he wants to make his team more dominant. He wants to make his team more fires. And I really like what he's preaching. And here's the thing about my Chargers off at the defense that I saw. I saw more quick on the off. I saw more defense on the. I saw defense on the team. I didn't see last year. I didn't see quickness. I saw laziness on defensive end. This year I see more quickness, more desire, and we're tackling better. We're wrapping around. Usually the Chargers missed tackles. We did not have a lot of missed tackles week 1. Our defense held the Las Vegas Raiders 19-24. 19 points to 24. So we know how to contain, but Chiefs scored 14. Excuse me. The Chiefs scored 44 points. That cannot happen. Chargers defense need to come up to par. That great grind, tenacity, the hustle. And I feel like the Chargers are going to win 20. I'm going to give you my prediction. Chargers will beat the Kansas City Chiefs in a shootout 34-27. Justin Herbert's going to be really immaculate. He's going to be talented. He's going to show out on Thursday night, man. He's going to show the world why he's going to be in the MVP conversation this year. I believe in Justin Herbert. I believe in this team. I believe in this organization. I like this team. I like our chances. I'm really excited for this game, and I'm really looking forward to how we're going to match up well versus, you know, Kansas City. And they also did pick up Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, I feel like the Chargers can really contain all of them, and then the only one I'm worried about is Juju Smith-Schuster and Travis Kelce, because Travis Kelce been dominating us for the last couple of years, man. We gotta contain him. We just gotta contain this whole team, man. It's gonna be a back and forth game. I really like this defense for the Chargers. Here's the thing: we're doing this without J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson's probably not gonna play week 2. He's probably gonna play week 3 or 4. It's all good. J.C. Jackson's one of the best corners in the league, and I feel like he's gonna come back with a vengeance. And I feel like this Chargers defense is gonna prove to the world that we bat that act. We got players that can talk that noise and back it up. Derwin James, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Sati Salmon Jr. Our team's starting to be recognized, man. Keep doing your thing, Chargers. I'm proud of you for beating the Raiders. I was at the game. It was a very exciting game. I really like the environment over there at SoFi Stadium, man. If you haven't gotten to SoFi Stadium, Charger fans, or just sports fans in general, you guys need to go check it out. It's one of the best football stadiums in the league, NFL-wise. So, yeah, man, make sure you guys go watch my latest vlog on the next video. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for Big Baby Sports Podcast, Chargers versus Raiders recap, and Chiefs and Chargers preview. That's gonna do it for Big Baby Sports, man. Make sure you guys turn on the post notification, follow the channel, and let's get me to 1K subscribers, Chargers and Laker fans. I need you guys to give me the 1K subscribers. Once I do, we'll do a big giveaway. I don't want to miss this. So until then, you guys have a blessed, positive day, and we out here. Peace.